Embodied wealth. Embodied wealth. I am so delighted to take you on this powerful journey of wealth consciousness, stepping into your wealth frequency. In my Living Abundance Mastermind, I call this embodying your wealth queen, or connecting to your wealth queen, and for the men, it'll be your wealth king, or simply your wealth frequency. It's not really about gender at all, but this is about helping you to step into this wealth consciousness. That is a part of you, right? That is a part of you. It's an aspect of the self. And today we're going to be holding space for you to connect to your wealth frequency and help you to embody it. Embody it. So this is, I would say, quite unusual information. It's not what we've been taught, right? We've been taught very much the opposite. So again, it's a reprogramming, it's a reclaiming, it's a coming back home to very ancient wisdom, and that has a very high technology aligned with it, the technology of the heart, the technology of nature. I actually experience it as very scientific now, but it's also, very energetic until it becomes embodied and grounded and really kind of dancing within your life. So I want to give you a real experience of what I'm talking about. But first I want to talk about what happens when we're not connected to our wealth frequency. So how does this show up? And how it shows up is kind of what you'll probably experience as normal or normal living. And we have normalized things that should not be normalized, right? And this is when we are separated or disconnected from our wealth frequency, our wealth consciousness. We are in a place of separation. We are disconnected. We are disconnected from our power, our true nature. And so we experience separation, we experience lack, we experience not enough, we experience all sorts of horrible feelings, right? Feeling alone, feeling fearful, feeling unloved, feeling unsupported, that there's not enough of whatever it is, money included. And so we're in a very much a scarcity consciousness, which, what does that do? It keeps us searching and looking. It keeps us in the whole system, right? The whole system has really been designed to keep us disconnected from our power. It's a very misaligned energy. And what I see us doing here is reclaiming that power, dismantling the old systems, right? The old systems of oppression, the old systems that have been hurting and harming all of life in one way or another. And what I see is we are dismantling those old systems by reclaiming ourselves. So we're going to be going in to do some very, very powerful dismantling and reclaiming so that you can start seed planting and building and creating in your life and business in a way that is in alignment, that's bringing you back into wholeness, back into connection, back into knowing your worth. It's not just feeling enough, it's knowing that there is enough. And we come then from a place of heart where we're really available to support all life to thrive. It's not just about the I anymore. It's about the we. It's about the us. It's about you and, right? So it's very, very powerful. I see this as essential if we are going to thrive as a collective global family. I see that it's just time. You guys are on the front foot. You guys are the leaders of the way. We are in a time where these old systems are starting to dismantle. They're starting to dissolve. And as we go through the dismantling, there's a lot of chaos. And it brings up a lot. As I'm sure you know already, 2020 has shown us a huge amount, kind of individually and also collectively. And so I'm always guided back in to the center point, here to guide you back home, to how to be that kind of calm in the eye of the storm, the anchor point for your own life and for what you're here to do. So we're stepping into something very, very powerful while dismantling, while releasing the old systems that have been keeping you separate from your truth. And please know, it takes time to build. It takes time. It's a journey. It's not quick fix stuff. We've been trained in this very much a fast food mindset. It's not really how this works. But yes, and you can have really powerful manifestations. You can have magical manifestations, and people do all the time. In my mastermind, Penny, who joined within 2 weeks, she manifested $20,000, okay? So it's possible for magical manifestation to happen, but what I'm really interested in is you building strong, sustainable systems and structures that support you and all of life, that support you and all of life. So please know this is a long game, right? This is something that you're building for the future. So take a deep breath into that. What if we can just relax into this moment? Breathing into your body and releasing all that stress and pressure of got to do this now, got to be perfect now, right? We're going to let all that go. What if we can just sink in and relax into this moment, right? We're going to connect to your wealth consciousness now, your wealth frequency. This part of you is going to guide you, is here to guide you through this time, support you through this time. It's here to guide you home to your deepest truth and to guide you how to build and create your life on purpose, in alignment with your heart, in alignment with your body, in alignment with your life, and therefore in alignment with all of life that's supportive to life. So let's take a deep breath in. Welcome all this in. There's a lot of energy coming in through you. There's all the words and then there's all the energy. So I'd love you to take a deep breath and open up to receive. And then releasing with the exhale. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, my darling ones. So there's all sorts of wonderful experiences that you can have with embodying your wealth consciousness. The idea is you want to be creating in your life and your business in alignment with this part of you. And we're going to be connecting with different parts of you as we go through the week. The idea is you want to be creating in alignment with your wealth frequency, with abundance. Because what we tend to do is we tend to create from fear, from lack, from not enough. So we make choices that are going to keep feeding in to the very thing we don't want. So we need to release that old programming and step into something far greater and learn to trust and listen to this part of you. And I just want to give you some examples of what can happen when our wealth frequency, and these are from some of the women in our Living Abundance Mastermind. And one of the messages from this wealth frequency, this wealth queen part of the self, from one woman was she wants, she's guiding this woman to be connected to their roots again, to be connected to nature, and then help others to do the same. She said to let go of the limiting stuff, the limiting thinking way too small. The limiting patterns have to go now. And it's time to work on being visible and being seen. So this is some of the guidance that came through for one of the women in the mastermind. The wound of separation needs to be healed now. Yeah, the wound of separation needs to be healed now. Be a clear channel filled with space and light to receive all of life and the richness of creation. Raise your vibration. Be the living embodiment of grace. Become like a work of art that you're here to share with the world. So this is very, very beautiful. It's very high frequency, and it includes all of life, money as well, but it's not in the way we've been taught that money works. So we're here to basically reconnect to all aspects of life, money included, in a way that's aligned with your heart, in a way that's aligned with you, right? So are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to take you through a guided activation. And please know that you can ask me any questions in the Facebook group. Under the video replay, you can ask any questions there. I'd be really happy to answer. And then maybe I can bring some of the answers to those questions into future trainings as we go. So get yourself nice and comfortable. I recommend sitting up. You can even stand up if you want to really embody it. Or if you really need to right now, lie down. Listen to your body. Listen to what you need. Listen to what you need. All right. So there's one question. What is the Facebook group? We have a Facebook group called the Wealth Retreat. If we have your email, you should have received an email with the link to the Facebook group to join. But you can look it up. If you go into groups on Facebook, it's the Wealth Retreat. Or you can private message me and I'll send you the link. All right. So I'm going to take you through what I call an abundance activation now. Have your pen and paper ready. Have your pen and paper ready so you can write down any insights for your home play. And please know, please trust in how this comes through for you. Some people are very visionary, they're very visual. Some people, hear, they get guidance, auditory guidance. Some people really feel, some people just know. There's different levels of different ways to connect into your inner guidance. Feel in your body. If you don't get any of that information, it's absolutely fine. This isn't a competition of who's the most psychic. So really just honor and trust how the information comes through to you and what's here and available for you now. So take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath. Ooh, the winds just start gusting. We're getting ready to dive in. Welcome, beautiful one. Welcome. So let's take a deep breath into your body. Deep breath into your body. I'd like you to imagine that you've just entered this, like a sacred temple or a sacred portal of transformation that's here to help you release that which is no longer in alignment and really reclaim that which is, right? Or reclaiming your body, reclaiming your business, reclaiming your life. It's very powerful. This is very powerful work. But it's like a coming home. This is what you know. This is what you know. So we are welcoming you to step into your wealth frequency, Now there's a beautiful energy here to support you with this. In some ways, it's as simple as breathing and receiving through the breath. So I'd like you to take a deep breath in and welcome you into your wealth frequency, welcoming what I like to call your wealth queen or king. This part of you is immensely powerful. She is very heart-filled. She's also deeply connected to herself, to her purpose, the earth. Welcoming in that wealth frequency. Breathing into every cell in your body. Every cell in your body. Calling you home. You can imagine how the queen sits in her throne. Your body is like your throne. We're welcoming you to really sit back into your throne. Embracing that wealth queen or king. Welcoming you here is the great leader of your life, of your business, of your purpose. Even if your mind doesn't know it yet, there is a part of you that lies within now that does. And this is what we want to connect to, that part that knows. A deep knowing within. So we're breathing in and welcoming you home. Take your place at the table. Take up space now, here. Breathing in. Here you are, welcoming you home. And as you welcome in this wealth frequency, what's happening at the same time is a releasing of the old systems, the old structures, the wounding, the programming, the beliefs, right? That are not in alignment, that are keeping you separate from your wealth frequency. So we're in a process of releasing and receiving at the same time. So there might be a part of the mind that's telling all sorts of stories. So witness them as we reclaim your most powerful self. You're welcoming that wealth queen. As we breathe her in, as we breathe him in, welcoming you back, sitting in that throne. Just know that at the same time you're releasing the old scarcity, wounding, not good enough, separate, who am I, all the stories. We're letting them go. Letting them go down into the earth to be transformed into nutrients. So let them go. Releasing with the exhale as you welcome in with the inhale. Welcome you to land and ground and embody your wealth frequency now. And so it is. And we're talking to every single cell in your body, waking up, waking up, waking up every single cell in your body to activate, to come alive. This is really what our bodies want to do, to be in full aliveness. They want to come alive. We just keep suffocating and squashing, holding down and hiding. So in the safety of this space, I'd like to invite you to just allow yourself to rise and shine, waking up, activating on a physical level, physical body level, through your energy bodies, right, through your emotional body, your mental body. So we're aligning the mind, body, emotions, all your energies with this wealth frequency and wealth consciousness. Keep breathing into your body now. Breathing into your body now, welcoming you home. Now I'd like you to breathe right down into your perineum, into your pelvic floor, the foundations of the self. We hold a lot of trauma and wounding in those base chakra, the lower centers. So we're reclaiming this part of you. So sit right down into your sit bones, breathe right into your pelvic floor, into your sexual organs, breathing right down there. This is the seat of the throne, if you will, the foundations of that which you are building. So we're reclaiming. This is seed planting into the self, so to speak. Inner transformation for outer change. We're breathing you home now. So feel that in your body. Feel that in your body. And know that the body, your beautiful body, has been carrying so much for so long. You've been doing such incredible work up to this point to release, to set yourself free, the transformation work you've been doing. Most people in this space have done a lot of self-development and transformation work. So I really want to honor you for all that you've moved through, all that you've already released, to be here now. And now with love, we're going to allow a new level to be released so that you can reclaim yourself and step in to yourself on a new level, sinking in, coming back into the body. And thank you. And sometimes this can be very uncomfortable. So we're reminding you to step into this space of surrender and trust. Surrender and trust. All you need to do is breathe, relax, release, and receive. Welcoming you home to your wealth frequency. Welcoming you here now. This part of you knows her worth. She owns her wealth. She takes very good care of her things. She knows what she's here to do. She knows what her purpose is. She knows how to be. She knows how to create. From a place of real alignment, and actually from a place of deep presence, and in a way, deep relaxation. The queen doesn't run around trying to do everything. She owns the throne. She delegates. She knows what her role is and what her role isn't. So let's welcome yourself here, stepping into the throne of your life, your beautiful body, reclaiming that wealth frequency. And in this wealth frequency is a great consciousness. It's a great wisdom. It's your essence. And she fully embraces money, right? Because she knows her worth. She knows the truth. She knows the truth. That she is lovable, she is worthy, she is valuable, and she knows that she needs to be well supported to do what she's here to do. She knows that being in scarcity is not the truth of who she is, right? She doesn't create separation between herself and life. She is life. She doesn't go into self-doubt, right? She knows her worth. She owns her wealth. She deeply listens. She takes care of herself and others, breathing that in. So I'd like to ask your wealth queen or king, your wealth frequency, a question. I'm going to ask your mind, the old programming of your minds, the old money programming, to step to one side to really listen to this part of you. And I'd like to ask her, or him, I'd like to ask her, how much money does she want you to be welcoming into your life, to your business, to your bank account? What is in alignment with her wealth frequency right now to actually say yes to? And allow it to be here, free of judgment. Release any judgments about what comes through. How much money is in alignment for her to be welcoming in, looking after, nurturing, taking care of, welcoming in? Ask her now and see what comes. Breathe that right into your belly and just listen, honor and acknowledge, judgment-free, what that is. We'll be playing with this as we go. And thank you. And if you can't find it from your wealth frequency, I'd like to ask you how much money would help you to feel very supported so you can feel relaxed, looked after. Money is no longer a worry or a concern. You have all that you need. How much would that be? And let's welcome that in. First step, we say yes. We say yes because I'm worthy. I need to be safe and supported to do my purpose work here. So I say yes and welcome it in. Breathing it in. This is all around the belly, the sacral chakras, the base chakra, those lower centers, breathing it in. We want to ground it and land it through the body. So you can ground it and land it eventually through your business, into your bank account. Breathing in. Please be aware this may be very confronting for some aspects of yourself. So keep breathing and being with any limiting thoughts and beliefs that come up. Be the witness, be the observer of those parts that can get very scared and triggered with this work as well. We hold all of you in love. But for now, we want to create space for this wealth queen king, this wealth frequency to step in. Give her the mic. Give her the stage. What does she have to say? What is she here to show you? So there's this amount of money. It's not really about money. Money is part of it. What does she want you to know at this time? What is she here to do? What is she here to create? What is she here to build? How is she here to be? What message does this wealth frequency, does your wealth queen have for you today? What does she want you to know? What the truth of you, the truth of your purpose, what you're here to do, become, create. Breathe it in, and we're going to listen. We're going to spend a few minutes listening to her. You may want to journal. Just keep breathing through any discomfort. This part of you may be very confronting to the limited part, to the part that lives in scarcity and wounding. So we hold that part of you in love as we welcome in this part of you now. I honor her. I deeply respect her. I value this part of you. We need her. Sometimes call her the boss bitch, the boss business bitch. She has badass boundaries as well. She wouldn't take shit from anybody. Like, let's welcome her. Welcome him. The great leader. What does she have to tell you today? Let's give you a minute to be with that. Beautiful. So please take all the time you need with this. You may want to take longer. And I really want to encourage you to keep nurturing this relationship with this part of yourself. For me, this is a daily practice or something to check in with a few times a week at least. This is the part of you that you want to be running your business, right? Making choices. She is the CEO, right? She's the boss bitch. She is the leader. You want to be making choices from your business, from your purpose, in alignment with wealth and abundance, not from scarcity and lack and not good enough. So this is the old wounding and old programming. And there's a lot we need to unravel to really align and keep coming home. It's a practice. It is an ongoing practice because you're still going to be working with the old wounding, the old programming, the limitations, the abundance blocks, the money blocks, the self-worth issues. It's part of the journey. They go together. When I was first guided to start working with money, I got this beautiful message that it was time to get money in the hands of heart-led women. We needed to empower women financially to step into their power, step into their leadership. I didn't really understand it when I first got that message. Also, it was so confronting to speak about money. It was the last thing in the world I wanted to do. Trust me, this has been a big, huge journey for me personally. Again, I would not be here if I left it up to my human self. It was my wealth queen that was like, this is what we're doing. I'm like, okay, terrifying, really uncomfortable, and incredible, incredible. So I want to show you that I find this really intense and uncomfortable. So do my clients. It's not easy, but so worth it, because she's going to guide you to create really powerfully in your business in a way that is sustainable, in a way that's in harmony. We've been taught this really hard work, pushing, forcing, chasing way of working that's really out of alignment, particularly for a lot of female bodies. So it's really about listening. She's got amazing boundaries. She knows how to find her no. She knows where her no is because she knows she's here in service of something greater, right? Something much greater. She doesn't care about being liked. You know, she's not interested in that because it's not about that. You know, it's something much greater. So again, particularly as women, we've been taught not to be this. We've been taught to be the nice girl, quiet girl, you know, just go along. And there's a lot of programming, especially for women, that we need to bust through to reclaim. And that's why we're talking about power, but particularly feminine power in this week as well. So I would absolutely love to hear what your wealth queen, what your wealth frequency is calling you into at this time. How much money she's saying it's time to start welcoming in. Ask her why. What's that for? Get curious. Start a conversation with her. Get to know her. Ask her what she wants you to be doing, building, creating in your life and your business. This is an ongoing practice, something I'd love to encourage you to keep connecting to, right? And I just want to say, for some women, you know, there can be one of the women was talking to the mastermind. She was like, I'm scared this part of me is not real. You know, I'm scared she's not real, and I'm scared that I'm not a part of her. And I want to reassure you that this is very much a part of you. It's just a part that's been suppressed, a part that's been hidden, a part that we've been separated from, we've been disconnected from for a very long time. And we are reclaiming, we're coming back into connection. We're coming back into connection. We've been in a very disconnected, wounded, traumatized world. So you, the great leader, are doing your inner work for outer change, right? We need to do that inner dismantling, healing work, transformation work, so you can go out and powerfully rise and support others to do the same in your own way, right? I work with healers and coaches, business owners, entrepreneurs, artists, activists, all sorts of different people. Also people in professions, you know, like lawyers and doctors and teachers as well, politicians. We need conscious, heart-led leaders in every part of the world. So wherever you are, it's absolutely perfect. I would really love to hear. Please share your home play, and please share anything else that comes up for you on this journey, anything else that came through, because I know it can sometimes seem a bit like, am I making this up? Am I crazy? Is this really real? And so I'd really love you to share so that we can kind of affirm to support you to really start listening to this part of you, because it might feel like a complete dream world at the minute, depending on where you are in your journey with your wealth frequency. So take another beautiful deep breath into your body. Let it all land We want to really let this land and ground. Let this land and ground. We want to embody it, right? So it's not just an idea. It's not just a vision. We're embodying it. We're starting to land it, ground it, build it as much as possible, welcoming it in. Please honoring yourself, and all this brings up, right? It brings up some very deep old stuff as well. So we're holding all of you in the deepest love and care as you courageously face, meet, feel, release, and open up to receive those new levels that are here for you now. So I bow down to you, the deepest love and honor and care. Sending you my deepest love, beautiful ones.